Okay, good afternoon. So what I'm going to do is take you through a series of different things so that hopefully you are prepped and ready to go. I'm sure I'll post a lot more of these just as we go. We'll figure things out. So please have patience. And thank you guys for all signing up first off. So I'm going to take you through a couple things. Now, I know most of the kids know how to get onto their EDMODO account. So this is what it should look like when you get on. So I'm going to use the screen a lot. Gabby, sorry, I'm in your profile, but you should see that you're in my class when you log on, and this should be your name. If you had any other classes that use this program, it would be here, but you would want to choose the actual class. So first go into it by choosing classes. So see how I clicked on that one right there, and then I went into Misty's 4th grade class. And this will ensure that all the assignments get sent to me. Okay, so now if you clicked on members, you would be, because there's a lot of different things on here. On members, you're able to actually see all of the different people that are on here besides just yourself. If we go to teachers, you should be able to see both myself and Miss Buey. Under posts, so here's where we get to posts and what you guys are posting. So you guys are, I did let you guys have some fun with this and get into how to post and wanted you guys to start filtering around. Now we're going to use it a little bit more academically. So you guys can talk to each other, and every morning I'll put an actual post that says something along the lines of, hey, this is so that you can talk to each other. Just make sure it's appropriate. Whatever you wouldn't want Miss Williams to hear and God to hear, don't put it on here. Okay, or C for that matter. As you scroll down on this page, you should be able to see the assignments. You don't always have to go here to see assignments, but a lot of times it's good because when you click on comments, for instance, sometimes people ask questions. So let me see, more replies. Sometimes people will ask questions underneath the assignment. So here's the assignment right here. If you wanted to comment, you can click on there, or you want to look at the comments before you ask us a question. It might already be answered. So Brooklyn had asked, can we write in cursive? And Miss Buey had responded to her. You can also like that post. That just tells me you know that it's there. But these have all the assignments. So if you scroll down, you would see all the list of assignments that we've had. The other easier way to get it, which is my favorite, is by going to upcoming. And you'll see the 2 assignments here. However, you need to go to planner, and you will see all of the different assignments underneath the planner and what was attached. If you haven't completed something, it would surely show on here. All right, once you're done, it will be taken off the planner. So as long as you have it completed, it won't show. So let's go back up to classes. And feel free to pause this when you need to, or come back to it if you need to. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into my class. Okay, and we're gonna go back into where you normally see, which is posts. Okay, now let's go into the top bar here. Okay, so classes, you already know that that's a choose planner. We already went through that. That'll show all your assignments. Backpack. Backpack, we're not going to use that. So unless I tell you otherwise, please don't even go into that. Discover is actually really cool. So if you go into Discover and you find yourself wanting to do something other than homework for a little bit, ask mom and dad first, of course, but there's a lot of different games on here that you can do. That's actually educational. So this is like challenge words. This is take a brain break. They have a lot of different things that they post all the time. You can actually feed through. These are student focused news stories, more geared to students. So try to check it out, see what you like in there. Give me some feedback. I might ask at the end of the week which ones you like. If you want to send a message to someone, you can click on messages, especially when you're sending it to me, really. So if you're going to write one to me, your parents can also write one to me on here. But it's okay, parents, if you want to go ahead and send me a message through email. Okay, so what we would click on is new message, and I'm sorry, you would click on the pencil, you would go over to the to section, and you can start typing in a name. Okay, so like I typed in M, it'll start showing up. So you can either, let's say I wanted to send a message to Miss Buey, and I click on her name, and then I can type in the message. If you wanted to click an attachment or anything of that sort, we can always do that. Remember, the paper clip is to attach a document or a picture. Okay. And then, of course, if you go down, you would just click right over here. It's very faint. I'm not sure if you can see it. You would click send. All right, now moving on. So let's say I hover over classes. Don't click on it, just hover it. You would see class management, and what you want to probably look at is progress. Okay, so progress, if you go into progress, it will show your grades. It will show what you have. Mind you, it's better to go off of RunWeb. This will just be a quick way to see what you got on your assignments if you did it. But still stick to RunWeb. That is the grade book we are using. So please don't think that this will override RunWeb at all. We are still using RunWeb. That will show your grades. Please don't refer to RunWeb for homework or assignments from my class. I'm not going to use that. We are required to put that they're like homework in there, but that's all I'm going to do. So please don't refer to that for assignments. Daily assignments and homework will be posted in here. Okay, on this one, it has notifications. It will tell you everything if you've gotten graded. So if you look, Gabby's gotten graded. It might show you comments. It might show you new assignments that come up. So if you see a little red mark right there, that means something new has come up that you haven't seen. Okay, and then the final thing is if you wanted to change your profile, you can click into that. Settings, if you need help on something, there's also a help center. And then, of course, if you wanted to log out, which I'm going to do because I will do in a second. Okay, so last thing, I wanted to go back into assignments. Excuse me. So like if we go into assignments, here we have our first assignment, right? Okay, I want you to understand that on the assignments, there is this section that says, it'll have a whole list of, these are all the documents I've attached to help you out. So for the vocabulary assignment, for instance, you have a lot of different things. So you're given your spelling list. So if I click on that, the spelling list will pop up. Okay, and it'll show all the lists there. Okay, if I click on vocabulary menu, okay, it'll show us the vocabulary menu here. So every week you will be getting this, and you will need to do assignments that total out to 15 points. Okay, so by Friday at midnight, you will need to submit all of your assignments that total up to 15 points. So let's go through these really quick so you understand vocabulary menu, because this is new to you, but I thought since we're trying everything new, we might as well do this one. So I'm going to start at the first one, and it tells you their point worth. So we're starting at the first one, which is sentences. Sentences, on this one, you just use 2 sentences for every vocabulary word. Make sure that you underline the word and use it correctly in your sentence. The second one would be to write a story. Feel free to get fancy with this if you get bored or want to do some extra. On this one, you would write a story and use your all of your vocabulary words in that story. Of course, correctly. And then definitions, I would recommend doing this one every week, or every other week. You may not repeat the same one more than once, so you're gonna have to choose different activities every week because we get a set of words bi-weekly. Definition, so use a dictionary, find the definition, write down the definition and the part of speech. So is it a noun, a verb, an adjective? And remember, it will say it next to the actual word definition. Crossword, you can either use this website that I included to create it digitally, or you can use graph paper. A lot of people have used graph paper and made their own, and that works just as well. creating a PowerPoint. Not many of you know how to do this. If you want to research how to create a PowerPoint, you can. I will be doing a video on this pretty soon. So if you want to hold out for that, that will come probably by next week, I'm hoping. So it is create a PowerPoint, use your words and tell the meaning of them. Vocabulary test, you can make your own. No, we will not use it on our actual test, but you need to actually include an answer key and try to take your test. Illustrations, which is down here, are draw a picture to represent each vocabulary word, then describe the picture in words and tell how it shows the meaning of that word. So this would be fun if you're more of a visual learner and you like to draw. I know Reese is really good at this. Cartoon strip. So a cartoon strip, you can make a comic. You can go whatever route you want to with the cartoon strip, just as long as it uses the words correctly in your strip with the dialogue with the characters. Word web. Create a word web. Now, for the word web, I have attached, because you might not understand what that is. It's very simple. You've probably seen it, but you just don't remember. It's actually called word web. So you need to choose at least 5 vocabulary words and give their meaning, the synonym, the anonym, and the part of speech in that attachment. You can make your own, or you can use the attachment that I put in here. So let me show you the attachment. So down here, every week I'll put this in here. You can download it in Word doc form, or you can download it in PDF form. So I just clicked on the Word doc form. Let's see if it comes up here. It may not. Okay, let's double check. So PDFs, sometimes it'll come up, sometimes it won't. Let's do the PDF version. I made both just as a backup. So here we have the word web. So it's actually like a little web. You can make lines if you want to connect all these, because that's what they're supposed to have. I just didn't want to get too fancy. So word, part of speech, you would put meaning, synonyms, antonyms. My biggest recommendation would be do the definition activity one week and do the word web the other week. So then you get a good review of the word, or at least some of them. Okay, now let's get out of vocabulary, and I'm going to take you into my class. I'm going to pop out of here, but on assignments, just remember on these ones, the only extra thing that you would need is to open the assignment, and then all of your work can be put into here. You can create documents. So you can make a Word document, a PowerPoint presentation, an Excel spreadsheet. You can attach something from your computer, link from the web. So let's say we want to do the PowerPoint that I was telling you guys about. I can just do it right now. PowerPoint presentation. So let's go in here. It's accessing it. So PowerPoints, you might want to get used to them because you will have to do it for your California Expert project. When you're doing it, all you do is click. So let's say I wanted to do this and put, excuse me, let's see, what do I want to do? Say basketball. Okay, so let's say that's my word, and a game played, and then you can keep going. So you would just write the term and then write the definition right under. Very simple. Then let's say that's the one word, right? You're gonna have to do more of those. So on a PowerPoint, cool thing is you can add a slide. So here we would just click where it says new slide. Okay, and then you can choose the format. So have some fun with it and learn some new stuff here, guys. Okay, and so let's say I just chose this one. Add slide. There it is. Okay, and then we have our new slide. And you keep doing that until you got your words all done. Now, let's say I wanted to rename this. Okay, when I click rename, here is where I would put the actual name of it. Okay, so you can put that. I don't want you to rename it. I want you to leave it the same. But in the case that like when we're doing the expert project, you're probably going to have to rename your assignment. Okay, now all you have to do on EDMODO, it's really cool because you don't have to learn about attaching or anything like that. All you would do is go up here and click on turn in. I'm not going to do it because, of course, this is Gabby's assignment, not mine. Okay, if you added a document that you don't want, so let's say, oops, sorry. Let's say you added a document that you don't want, right? Okay, we can go in here. We can click on remove. We can also download a PowerPoint. So if you need to download something that you've done and you want to save it, you can do that. If you want to remove it, go ahead and do that. Okay, another creation that you can do is Word document. So if you would rather type it onto a Word, it would go into Word document. It's taking a little bit. Sorry, my internet's been slow today, guys. Once again, here you can type stuff to us, and then you can click on turn in. Okay, you can change the layout. You can change the text font. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different, remember, always put it in 12. You normally want to stick to Times New Roman, so I would just click on that one. On file, you can go into rename, download a copy. Let's say I do, I'm doing vocabulary, and I want the same document a couple different times. Like, let's say you want to type out your words, because there's an assignment that says that on one of these. You can download a copy and just redo it and rename it. So pretty cool. Okay, we'll go into the next one. Not attach, sorry, create. And the last one is an Excel worksheet. Please don't worry about this one. You won't use this one. You might if you're in my math class, but I'm not going to get into that too soon. File from a computer, link from a web, that's not going to be required. File from backpack, not required. So the only thing that you might need is file from computer. So right here, you can see all of the stuff that you might need to do. So if you wanted to attach something, let's say I wanted to attach this one, you can click on the assignment or whatever you have in your desktop, click open, okay, and it would pop up right there and download. Once that bar is checked right here, that means right there, that means that it's officially downloaded onto your stuff. Whoops. Okay, so then it would show up if I popped on it, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna remove these two because I don't want Gabby to have those on her assignments. All right, so I'm gonna go into the assignments that I gave you guys today. So let me get out of Gabby's. And if you would excuse me for 1 second, I am just going to set this down. So now we're pulling up into my page. And the reason I did this was because I want to set you through some things. So on my page, I'm still able to see all of you guys. What I wanted to do is go through some of the assignments that you're going to get soon. So just went through the vocabulary assignment and what you would have to do there. Now I'm going to go into the what's due section, and I'm going to look at some other things that you've done. So Linton Journey Book. You guys all know what the Linton Journey Book is. If you don't, remember it's that nice, big, thick book that I gave you. Let me see. Sorry, I'm taking mine out. Looks like this. Okay, so you can't tell mom and dad you don't know what it looks like. We're going to be doing articles out of there and then out of Gospel Weekly. So, for instance, here it says religion, my Linton Journey Book, which you'll be doing and clicking on these and then submitting assignments based on that book. With social studies, you have the mystery of local history, which, if you remember, my pages. If you remember for that one, I gave you the project folder with that in there. So we'll be flipping through those pages and going through that book. You will have your expert project, which starts up pretty soon. And let me see, that one this week. And I might post something every week for you guys. This week, it's my note-taking sheet, so you'll be doing this. I will send out what your topic is. You've already been assigned it. If you remember, we chose topics a while back. Well, we didn't choose them, but we randomly selected them. So you'll be getting a list of who's doing what, and then in this sheet, you'll need to take your notes on that topic. So this week, just have some fun and get used to learning about what your topic is all about. Research it, try to find some information on it, watch some videos so that you're more comfortable with it. The next one is going to be your ELA reading. So let's get into that for a second. So on ELA reading, see if you see on my side, I see who's turned it in, who hasn't turned it in, how many are graded, and whatnot. So let's go into the actual assignment. So on ReadWorks, you are to go into your account every day except for Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to open this link in a new tab. Okay, so you can click on this link or you can copy and paste it, whatever is easier for you. Our code is WS, oops, sorry. Let's see if I can get that copied. No, view assignment, sorry. Okay, so our code, let's do it this way. Our code is this one, right? WSGSTS. Make sure the capitals, it is case sensitive, so make sure the capitals are where they need to be. You're going to click on continue, and then let's click on Alex, for instance, right? And then we would click on 1, 2, 3, 4. Please don't change that password, guys. Continue it. And then on this one, you'll see your assignments for the day. So assignments to do, submitted assignments. So if I click on his, you can actually read these. So they are faded out, the ones that haven't been assigned yet. Every day you'll get a new one. This week we're studying the Cherokee. Next week is going to be on the Gold Rush. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll have a reading. If I put this a little bit higher. Okay, so you can click play and we'll read it for you. I don't like the reading, but it's by preference. It's up to you. I would read it once by myself and maybe once with a parent just to make sure you understand it. Then what you would do after you're done, I know you guys did this in Miss McFarland's, is go to Book of Knowledge, and then you would read the question, which is right here, follow the directions, and write your answer. Please make sure you're writing in anywhere from 5 to 6 sentences, and then once you're done, click Submit, because once you've done Submit, then I can see it on my end. Okay, you don't have to do anything when it comes to submitting it on EDMODO. You don't have to do anything there, okay? If you want, you can put done so that we know you're done. But other than that, you do not have to submit anything for ReadWorks on this one. Okay, now I'm going to log out, so make sure you log out. If not, and you stay in, no big deal. Nobody else is using your computer anyway. Okay, so ReadWorks is very simple. That's pretty much all you have to do for that one every day. I'm going to go back. Let's go through a couple more assignments. For my math guys, just a heads up, we'll be doing, more than likely I'll be doing YouTube videos for you guys to click on and watch for math. I think that will be the best route for us instead of using Think Central. Okay, now moving on to your spelling assignment. Spelling is very similar to your vocab assignment. So let's look at spelling. Okay, so if you look at your spelling assignment here is the assignment. Right here, you'll see your weekly spelling menu. So let's click on that one so then you can see it. So every week, you're going to be required to do 5 activities from the spelling menu. Okay, worth 5 points. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, let me correct that. So it was activities from the spelling menu, all that need a total of 5 points. You probably don't want to repeat them. You don't want to repeat them. every week. So if you choose ABC order and rainbow words this week and that totaled 5 points, you can't do it again next week. Okay. I'm going to go through all of these. You also have your spelling list on this one too, so there's no excuse to say you didn't get your spelling list. I've actually even emailed it to your parents, so you really can't say anything. Okay, weekly spelling menu comes in PDF and also Word format. Okay, so let's look at this really quick. So pyramid words, that's pretty easy. If I was spelling out 4, I would start with F, I'd go to the second letter, F-O, F-O-U, F-O-U-R, and then you would do that for all of your words. ABC order, take your words, put them in order, A to Z, in the spotlight. Put the vowels in the spotlight, okay? So basically what you do is you write the word, and then what you do is you choose a highlighter or whatever color you have. You can either highlight the word or underline if you don't have a highlighter. Okay, so underline the vowels in all of your words. Take 3. Write each word 3 times. Rainbow words would be write each word using different colors for the letters in the word. Circle words, you would literally write your word in a circle. Spelling test, have a family member give you a practice test where you write each word as it is read aloud. Have the family member who administered the test sign the bottom. That's pretty easy. I would do that towards the end of the week, on the week that you're going to have your test. And quick heads up for you guys, your spelling test is going to be a little bit different. You have multiple choice, and you got to choose the word that is spelled correctly out of all 3 of your answer choices. Hide and seek. Draw a picture and hide all of your spelling words inside the picture somewhere. And computer time. So this would be where if you wanted to do this one, I would choose to do the Word document because you can type out your things. So once again, you would go into the Word document and attach a Word document and type out your words. Okay, so that's for spelling. And pretty much every day, guys, you should be checking this web portal. Of course, on the weekends, I'm not giving you anything. Sorry, I need to go back into what's due. Okay, now the final one is going to be your art projects that you're assigned weekly. Every week, you'll be assigned one art project from me. For science, music, and Spanish, you've also been given assignments. Music is going through ReadWorks, so you will see an extra one for music from me. You need to get that done so that you get your participation points. And for science and for Spanish, they've both created packets, and those are going home tomorrow with your parents. As for art, normally that's through me. So this week, since you are at home, I'm thinking you should have a ton of different things. Now, the art projects, they will be given on that Monday, and they will be due by the Sunday of that week by midnight. Okay, so for this week, it was a leprechaun trap. This one you should have fun with. So if you look at, you can take a picture of it just so that you get your points, but you would want to figure out what type of trap you want to make, and then you would want to write 6 reasons why you create your trap. Make sure you read the whole art assignment before you do it. Okay, have some fun with it. Find some recyclables for this one. I'm excited to see what you guys can do. I know Ivy has already made a boxcar out of her box and a whole bunch of other stuff. So have some fun with this, guys. Okay, now I'm going to get into a couple different resources just so that you know. So I have Spelling City. Some of you guys have used it. Some of you haven't. Great resource for you guys to use. So if you look, all of the vocabulary units for the year up here, on here, you could go to games, and your parents' email that I sent them today, it actually has the games in them. So you can go to games, okay, and you would want to make sure it's clicked on free games, and then you can go through all these different games and try them out. They're a lot of fun, and they help you with your words. My assignment is that you at least play one a night so that you get some good stuff. If you need to see the words, you have no excuse to not have the words. They're here. and each of them are there. If you need a good dictionary, my recommendation is dictionary.com. Okay, you would just go in here. Word of the day is muzz, huh? Well, I guess muzz means to confuse, make someone muzzy. Bet you that's what this whole distance learning thing did to you guys, right? Best word ever. Okay, now here is where you would type in the definition. You can also, if you want to find the synonym for that word, you can click on synonyms. And once they give you the synonym, it will also show the anonym on there. So let's try it. Let's say bad. Let's do a really simple one, right? Okay, so if I looked that word up, bad, look at, these are all the synonyms for bad. And it should have the antonyms, and then there's all the anonyms for bad. Okay, so if you're working on like word web or anything like that and want to go through it, dictionary.com is going to be the best. Thesaurus.com can be switched over to just by the click of a button. So we can go back to dictionary.com by getting on that drop-down menu, okay, and looking at bad. Okay, so then it'll tell you how to sound the word out. It will tell you what part of speech it is. It will give you the definition. All right, now for, let me see, so for some good resources, if you're at home and you want to go over math, remember multiplication.com is always a really good resource for math. Splash Math, if your parents want to sign you up for free, they can. I can also sign up for free and create one, which I might do, but I'm going to see. I don't want to put too much out there for you guys. And then finally on your Gmail accounts. So that I know you watched this entire video. Here's one thing you need to do on this assignment. So this is actually your assignment. So we're going to go into my Gmail, for instance, right? Let me see. And once again, this video is going to be posted. It will be up for the rest of the eternity, I guess. So in my email, I want you to create one email and send it to me today.